Friday, the 21st of March, 2025, the leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters was addressing the supporters of the EFF in commemoration of the Sharpeville massacre that took place on the 21st of March, 1960. About 69 black people were killed by the apartheid regime during the Sharpeville massacre. That is why today we have a day called the Human Rights Day in commemoration of the events of 1960, where the apartheid regime was ruthless against the black people. Mind you, the black people that wanted recognition as part of South Africa. They were excluded in many events. They wanted recognition and to play part in building their own land, which is South Africa. It was no surprise that on the 21st of March 2025, Julius Malema, amongst all the leaders, would be the one to rise and do the most unexpected thing by singing the Kill the Boer song. We know that white Afrikaners don't want to hear that song. The USA is using that song as an excuse to say that there is a genocide against white Afrikaners in South Africa. So if Julius Malema sings that song, that is a red button which they are going to use as an excuse to say that the white genocide is a real thing in South Africa.
It's part of your record.
But you call it EFF song.
Is it not an EFF song?
It's a struggle song.
Is it a song sung by the EFF?
My lord, the EFF cannot expropriate this song without compensation. It belongs to the struggle. It's a struggle song. There is a saying, when you steal a car and you pass over the car to the stolen car to your children, it makes that child a criminal as well, because it's in possession of stolen goods. And that child passes that car, or doesn't even pass that car. He sells that car to go and buy another car with the money of stolen goods. It remains a stolen good, the property you bought.
After singing that song, one of the very first people to call out Julius Malema was Elon Musk. He went on to X to say that very few people know that there is a major political party in South Africa that is actively promoting white genocide. The video below was just yesterday, a whole arena chanting about killing white people. A month ago, the South African government passed a law legalizing taking property from white people at will with no payment, which is unfortunately untrue. Where is the outrage? Why is there no coverage by the legacy media? Starlink can't get a license to operate in South Africa simply because I'm not black. How is that right? Well, Elon Musk is saying a lot of things, but some of them are really untrue. For example, he says a month ago, the South African government passed a law legalizing taking property from white people at will with no payment. That is untrue because the act that was passed by South Africa was not about taking land from white people without compensation. This is not what was done in Zimbabwe. What the South African government is trying to say is that any building, any place that is not used is going to be taken by government. What the South African government is trying to emphasize on this act, it is to say that any place that is not used will be taken by government. It is not to say that they are going straight to take the farms of white people. So Elon Musk continues to pass that misinformation. Another incorrect thing that he said was that Starlink can get a license to operate in South Africa simply because I'm not black. Starlink simply can operate in South Africa because Elon Musk refuses to abide by the laws of South Africa. So if Elon Musk wants to use the race card in order to operate in the country, that is not going to work because the man is white. We know that. He previously lived in South Africa where he was under apartheid. Man, you had it all under apartheid as a young boy. Today he wants to use the race card, the white race card, in a country that suffered apartheid. That cannot work. Another person that jumped on this bandwagon was Marco Rubio. He said that Kill the Boer is a chant that incites violence. South Africa's leaders and politicians must take action to protect Afrikaner and other disfavored minorities. The United States is proud to offer those individuals who qualify for admission to our nation amid this continued horrible threat of violence. This is getting so intense that even the AfriForum, the right-wing Afrikaner group, has taken a trip to the USA to meet with the delegates of the White House. The main thing is that they want the White House to intervene. They have all the evidence, according to them, to show the White House that there is a genocide. One of the people who are pushing this genocide is the leader of the economic freedom fighters, Mr. Julius Malema. Recently, they have that video that says, "Kill the Boer, shoot the Boer," which, to be honest, the history is that it was a chant that was done during apartheid. When these guys, when they were preparing to go and march, they would sing this song to show that they are defying the apartheid regime. One of the people that made this song popular was Peter Mokaba. Peter Mokaba was the leader of the Youth League in the ANC, and he was very close with Julius Malema, who also went to become the leader of the Youth League in the ANC Youth League. So they were very close, and during his tenure, Peter Mokaba used to sing this song. He's the one who made it more popular. Now Julius Malema is continuing from what Peter Mokaba did. As you can see from the screenshot on X, he's showing that I will not be silenced. I continue with the work that was done by Peter Mokaba. The defiance to kill the Boer song by Julius Malema is not only done by Marco Rubio or Elon Musk, it is also done in the country by some of the political analysts who were saying that Julius Malema shouldn't be singing this song. There is no point in singing the song in current South Africa. I want us to listen to that political analyst before we go to the video of Julius Malema. Please have a listen.
Why do we need singing this song in this era? Why do we? You know what? You can call Rubio and mention him. That's fine. But I know for a fact that almost more than 20,000 people have already lost their jobs because of certain things that Elon said or Trump said. And the merits and the demerits thereof, I'm not so much interested. I'm more interested in us appreciating that we have a society to build and play not into the hands of those who would bring undesirable consequences. And those consequences may not necessarily be borne by. We're sentimental. I understand that, but I'm not romantic. I'm a realist. I'm a pragmatist. I have this fractured past, but I don't want to be beholden to it. I'm looking at the now in order to fashion a better tomorrow for the benefit of posterity. Right. I lived under apartheid. I don't need to be lectured on that. Anybody who's 40 and below knows very little or almost nothing except through mediated knowledge or information by any form of structure. And these are the people in the main who sing and dance and want to give us lecture. Yes, I appreciate that they know, but they are too young to be beholden to that. Their peers are moving ahead. And incidentally, it's only blacks. I see no colors, no Indians, no whites. And they were part of the struggle, even the whites, by the way. And their children too, and the sacrifices made. Donald Trump may not support us, but the people of America supported us. And let's try to find a way to work with the people of America. Because Donald Trump will come and Donald Trump will go, but America will remain. Tefu will come and Tefu will go, but South Africa will remain. Harmonious coexistence, guided and informed and undergirded by the values that undergird our constitution, nation building, reconciliation, and...
Here are some of the things that were said by Julius Malema in regards to the USA and their role in the apartheid struggle. Please have a listen.
Where was Israel and USA, which seek to call us a nation that commits human rights violation today, when the world turned its back on apartheid South Africa? We must never forget those who resisted sanctions, those who continue to trade with and arm the apartheid regime. The United States, the United Kingdom under Margaret Thatcher, and Israel were amongst the worst offenders, actively supporting the apartheid regime. Let us never forget that the USA classified our freedom fighters as terrorists. The US did not just support apartheid with words. It armed and funded the regime. During the Cold War, America saw the racist apartheid government as a strategic ally against communism, choosing to back white supremacy over justice.
From this event, it is clear there is only one thing that is pending from the US government. There is one thing that the USA is going to do, that is put sanctions against the leader of the EFF, Mr. Julius Malema. They've been waiting to do a strict action against South Africa. One thing that the US government is probably going to do is put sanctions against Julius Malema. The US has been waiting for an opportunity to make an example in South Africa, an opportunity for the South African government to probably believe that the US means business. What they are going to do is to put sanctions against Julius. That would be the start for them to say any other person who follows the route of Julius is going to meet the same fate.